Alright, part 2 of Leo's reading. If you didn't watch part 1, go back to that so we can catch up. Alright, so this is either an action that you need to take really quick action on. We have very strong Leo energy right up here, so that's why I'm thinking it's you. It could be that somebody else is coming in very quickly, possibly someone that you haven't spoken to in a while, or they've withdrawn, or you have from them. It could be somebody that ghosted you, or you ghosted. We have the King of Wands on the bottom. What is going on here? What is going on here? It looks like victory in the situation. It's a good outcome, it's looking like, or there's a good chance of, oh, good grief, I did it again. Let's go down 38. We gotta pick it up. What is it that they don't know here about the situation? What is this? Oh, 1, 2, 3, Chariot, yeah, okay, well. Okay, for some of you, things are going to start picking up real quick. If you've been waiting on a certain outcome to resolve itself, if you've been waiting on something to play out, if you've been even waiting for somebody to contact you, to want to get back in touch with you, to give you some kind of news or confirmation, that's coming in very quickly. For others of you, if you don't know that somebody is, or if you don't know the reason why someone has stopped communication, or they go really quiet and they communicate and they go really quiet, the reason is you're coming off very abrasive, and it may or may not be true, but they are reading you as being a little volatile, a little combative, or your pride is too much. They retreat from you because of the way that you address them. So for some of you, this King of Swords could have been you. You could have been the one that's just like straight to the point, get your shit together, let's go, let's do this. You know. But for the most of you, for the most part, what I read here is a message or a series of messages, or the momentum of something is going to pick up. It's moving in a positive direction. It may have something to do about or with a child, moving, a vehicle, a journey, a trip, even like starting a new business, starting a new, maybe going back to class, going back to college, starting a new endeavor that would bring better finance, especially, but doesn't always have to be finance. If you are hoping and waiting for that, it's going to start moving very quickly, and it does look like it's moving in a positive direction. You may be getting a lot of attention very soon, or a lot of offers very soon, but I feel like there's one thing in particular that you have in mind, you've had in mind for a while, kept it small in your head, I think. But it's starting to actually build itself into an actual plan, a plan of action, something along those lines. What you don't know in the situation is that things are about to speed up, falling into place. Some kind of success, some kind of movement, positive forward movement is coming towards you. It's an opportunity. And I think it's a good idea to take action on whatever this is, because it does look like it's leading you in a positive direction, or a victory, or recognition, reward, something along those lines. Confirmation, a yes. Okay? Now let's look at your recent past. This can be days, weeks, months, possibly even years ago, but it is still affecting you currently. I'm going to do one more in this deck, and then two more. 7 of Cups and 3 of Cups. That's the 10 of Cups all together. Now again, for some of you, this is not a lover situation. This is a family member. But for whatever reason, I'm getting the 3 of Cups here and the 7 of Cups. It's like too much was going on. There were too many people involved. It was counterintuitive. It wasn't a helpful situation. Maybe somebody tried to be helpful here. They tried to offer support, or, you know, their perspective, or their whatever. But it just led to more confusion on somebody's part. There could have very well, for some of you, been a third-party situation. You know, you were dealing with somebody else, or they were, but it could have been anything. Work got in the way, in-laws got in the way, outside situations that just caused, one more with the 7 and the 3 of Cups for the recent past. One more with the 7 and the 3 of Cups for the recent past for Leo, please. 1. 2. And 3. 3. It could have been a work situation, yeah. Co-workers, boss, job itself. Justice again, Libra. It could have been a work situation that involved some type of lawsuit or job loss. Somebody worked in the legal field or in the justice department or something. Somebody could be a cop or a lawyer, an attorney themselves. They could be a judge, somebody that's been in the military. I only say that because the King of Swords, the Justice, has shown up twice. That's Libra energy. This definitely could have been a work situation, though, or an in-law. It could have been an intrusive person, a friend, their friend. How you could have even gone to your friends for legal advice. Some of you may have gone to a support system here and talked with your friends and your family to plan up or to come up with a plan of action on how to settle a lawsuit or settle an affair, or settle a situation. There was a lack of clarity, and it looks like you did either involved work and too many people. The 7 of Cups can be too many options, or you were confused and you went to people that you valued their opinion, you valued their advice, to come up with a way to address, to solve, to balance something out. What's the confusion about? What's the confusion about? It actually looks like, the more I look at it, it actually looks like you're coming up with a workable plan. 1. 2. 3. 6 of Cups. The Sun. That's interesting. Maybe there was a reunion with an old friend that was involved. You got in touch with somebody from the past, reunited. Could have been like a family reunion, but I don't know why the confusion is here, other than maybe this stirred up feelings. Or maybe it maybe it reignited something. doesn't necessarily have to be like feelings for a past person. It could be like a job that you had put off, and then you realize it's time for you to pursue that. That was what I was kind of seeing up here. There's something you want to follow your heart on a situation. It involved coming up with a workable plan, though. You had to see if that's what you did. Whatever it is, it involves having to leave a person or an environment, a situation, and it's not a happy leave taking. It's stressing you out, and you're losing sleep over it. Interesting. Alright, so let's move on to what's coming towards you. Some kind of clarity, truth, communication that brings clarity, a message, a realization, a self-realization, epiphany, clarify, or an answer. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. I'm going to look at this, the Hierophant, yeah. Oy. Okay. With the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, from the most important, influential thing coming towards Leo in love that they would want or need to know about. Clarify one more with the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords for what's coming towards Leo in love. 1, 2, 3. It's like a hard realization, a hurtful truth, but something that you dig deep and do anyway. It's like you make some kind of decision, even though it's not easy. But what is the devil here for? What is that? It's no, I don't know. What is the devil? For what's coming towards Leo. This could be Capricorn. 1, 2, 3. Oh no. About the truth. What is that? There it is again. Either somebody's gathering information on you and you're going to find out. You're going to find out that you're being spied on, maybe even at work. Or if you have hired some type of private investigator, if you've even like downloaded some type of something that can snoop, you're going to find out some information. It could be surrounding finances. Or this is just some really, really immature person coming out and acting like a fool and saying some crazy shit. But I don't feel that. I feel like this is a truth that's dug up, and I don't think it's something that's positive. I'm not getting, I don't know, not again. What? I don't understand what's going on here. What is the Eight of Swords about? was the Eight of Swords? Not Eight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Why is that here? It could just involve a work situation or something to do with the financial, something you worked hard on, you had a hand in that you worked hard on. What's that Eight of Pentacles? It could even be some of you too, after 8 years. Something about 8 years, 3. The 8th month. 4. Possibly a home that you built, that you financed. Property that you own. Some of you are trying to cut early a contract. Be careful, that may come back to bite you, because the devil doesn't let something go easily. This person could try to find a way to sue you, file a lawsuit, or make a claim against you for trying to cut off a contract that you agreed to early. It could be some of you are trying to break a lease or something like that, or get out of a situation where, yeah, okay, so yeah, some of you are worried about that, like, you're worried about a legal, a battle that is happening, or you're worried that this person will take action against you. It does look like that's coming out. I don't... It's something that's going to require a lot of dedication, deliberate dedication to get. It's like. Oh, some of you are dealing with a situation that it's like swallowing a bitter pill. I don't know if you brought this on yourselves. I don't want to call anybody out like that, but it does look like it's something that has been going on for a while, and now you're being faced with the consequences of it, or you're dealing with the aftermath of it, or you're dealing with it might not even be yours, it might be somebody else's, and you're the one that's having to pick up. It could very well be a work situation as well, like maybe you're the one, suing, and you've been dealing with that for a long time. Because it's interesting how, I don't know if you can see it with the glare, but this guy is holding the nail, and it's the same way this person is holding the sword. It's like working hard towards resolving this is kind of hurting at the same time, but it has to be done, and you've dedicated, or you will have to dedicate yourself to seeing this through, to working it out. It's going to take some time to work this out and get this resolved. Fix whatever damage. It could even be like a debt that you're having to pay the bill on. Finally, it's like the bill has come, and whatever that means to you, the bill has come. It's due. Anything else that they need to know, that Leo needs to know about this situation? This doesn't, I don't know how this would apply to love, unless it's something that you and your person will have to deal with, or if this is just kind of like more important, so the message is taken over to let you know about this. It could, like for some of you, it could even be something that they did, that they signed a contract to, and now you're having to bear the brunt of it, or anything else here for Leo, for what's the most important influential thing coming towards them. Page of Pentacles again. Some of you could be bankrupt, filing for bankruptcy. Some of you could be dealing with student debt, student loan, coming out of bankruptcy, having to start over, starting over in general. Everything you earn is being taken for whatever reason, whether that's like IRS is doing something, or tax or whatever this is that you're aspiring to do. Is that the devil showing up again? No, Judgment. You take it, whatever this is, you take it as you have to do it. There's no other way around it. You're dedicating yourself to it. Or you know that you will have to resolve this. Whatever this is, it's like an unavoidable thing, and you realize that you can't procrastinate, you can't, sweep this under the rug. It's calling you out, or it's come to the surface, and it's time to address this. It's a realization that you have to address this. I feel like a lot of you, some of you at least, have been procrastinating this, like dreading the day that this would come, and it's you know that it's here, and you're digging down, or it's asking you to do that. It's going to require some persistence, hard work, and dedication. I don't know what that has to do with love, but it could be any number of things, really. It could be a divorce that's taken a long time to settle. It could be a home situation, it could be a job situation, it could be cutting ties with a person that you have signed a karmic contract to. Alright, so let's look at your advice. And again, from your advice, I get this, that this is a bitter pill to swallow. It's not something that you wanted, but it's here. And your advice is just to take it on the chin. I'm going to switch it up, actually. Take this on the chin. You're going to have to shoulder this burden, whether you want it or not. It looks like you're being asked to take this on. This is a card about, being over... Oh, wow, look, the Ace of Swords. So yeah, this is definitely, whatever this is, your advice is to handle this. Stop passing the cup for some of you. Like if you've been trying to outsource, procrastinate, manage. Yeah, it's preventing any serious tangible movement until you pick this up. You can't sweep this. Oh my goodness, 3 aces. Some of you already know this. Deep down, you know what you need to do in the situation, and you've been trying to ignore it. You've been putting it off. You've been hoping that it resolves itself, or that somebody else will. For some of you, this is 4 of Cups. This is crazy how many the same cards are popping out. Are you not supposed to take an opportunity here? Or are you supposed to stop ignoring? I think that's 2 sides of the same coin. You either need to stop ignoring something that's... The universe is trying to hand you something, and you're either ignoring it, not wanting to take it, because it requires hard work. I also get the message of you need to either, pardon my language, but shit or get off the pot. I don't know what you've been procrastinating specifically here, but it's definite, loud and clear. It's time. Eight of Swords. Yeah, you're keeping yourself stuck, stagnant, trapped, mentally especially. It's like you're tying yourself to a situation that isn't even worth holding on to anymore. You're denying a new opportunity because you tell yourself that this is the situation that you're left with. This is very similar to the last reading I did for Virgo. Some of you, you did have Hermit show up twice. Some of you may be dealing with a Virgo. You could have Virgo in your chart, but it's a little bit different. Yeah, there's an opportunity that's being presented. For whatever reason, you don't want to take this cup. I'm trying to put it off and trying to... I mean, again, I guess it's because it requires you to walk away from something else. But you already know in your heart it's the right thing to do. Whatever this situation is, you know that it's time to act on it. Alright, let's look at most probable outcome. Most probable outcome of the situation. Huh? Okay, quit sending me that. Alright, yeah, see, and this is what I'm getting from this is even if you don't address this, if you do not address this, the universe is going to handle it itself. It's just going to be more painful for you. You don't have an option here. That's way too many cards. Yeah, it's like an argument that you're avoiding, a conflict you're trying to avoid, a circumstance that lead up to all of that. Clarify one more with the Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Cups. For the most probable outcome, probable being not definitive, as we all have free will. Our actions always dictate the outcome, not tarot. Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Cups, please. Okay, 1. 2. And 3. Wow. Lay down. Be quiet. Oh, okay, so with where you're headed right now, where you're not addressing whatever this is, you're not dealing with it, or you're trying to ignore it. I mean, how that very well could have been you trying to ignore a situation, put your own emotions down, silence yourself, censor yourself. Some of you that may be the case. If you're not with a person, you're not dealing with a person, even though this is a love reading, they dictate what's the most important messages So some of you may be like censoring yourselves. Regardless of that, you pushing aside whatever is trying to be offered to you. The Ace of Cups is usually an emotional offer, whether that's love, a creative new outlet, healing, especially your own heart, opening your heart, being vulnerable. The outcome's not going to play out well for you if you continue to do that, and you're going to regret it. It's going to be a very bitter pill to swallow if you, like, let's see, what is it? For some of you too, this could be an unfortunate chain of events, circumstances, bad luck that kind of comes your way. But I do feel like it can be not avoided, but at least directed. You could make the situation better for yourself if you would be the one to handle it and stop passing the cup. That's basically what I'm trying to say. What's the Wheel of Fortune here? What is that as the probable outcome here for Leo? 1, 2, 3. Tower. Okay, yeah. Completely unexpected, out of the blue thing. Something completely like unavoidable. It's a destiny, karma, fate, the universe, however you want to say that, God, if you want to say that, God stepping in. It's outside forces intervening, and I feel like it shakes you up and kind of humbles you. It's not a good turn of events. For others of you, this, for the ones that are realizing that they're going to have to walk away from a situation, to leave, to move on, to move, and it pains them, this is basically a reiteration of that. And it's going to be tough, man. I'm not even going to lie to you. 3 of Swords on the bottom. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. You're cutting away a piece of your heart. Like what I said earlier, some of you are dealing with a twin. You know, you're having to leave behind a very close, somebody that you're very, very close to. Others of you are leaving a marriage. We have the 3 of Swords on the bottom of this deck. This is not, this is hard. I think there's an end to the tunnel. Well, I mean, there's always an end to the tunnel, but the process of it, yeah, the process of it leaves you in such a better position. And you know that it's best for you. You know that it's something worthy. It is the logical course of action, but it's also so painful. Some of you may be dealing with a situation where shit just got real, and I say that because, you know, we just dealt with some pretty terrible circumstances, storms and tornadoes and such. So that maybe for one of you, you know, that out there that applies. You were in the middle of that, and lost something. And if that's the case, I'm very sorry, because whatever this is, it's painful, to say the least. All right. So that's the probable outcome of the situation. Now, I do feel like you have at least some control over it. Not that you can control what happens here, because this is destiny stepping in. It's fated. For some of you, it already happened, and you're just dealing with the aftermath. The Ace of Wands here with the Empress, you know, you will rebuild, you will restore, you will gain back, but either the decision or the lack of decision, one of the two. Like, I think it's going to be worse for you if you don't take action on it, and you will regret not taking action on it. You will regret that deeply. But for those of you that were dealt a bad hand and now you're dealing with that, this is just saying, you know, it's going to get better. There will be brighter days. There will be other opportunity. But first, you got to go through that Five of Cups, which is about grief, loss, sorrow, regret, remorse, guilt, shame, just loss. High Priestess and the Six of Cups, please, for the person that Leo is dealing with, or will be dealing with. Very spiritual connection here. Either you had this with someone, King of Pentacles, we had that show up in your, where'd you go? Was crossing you, I think, either that or up here. So Gemini, I keep saying the wrong ones. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, strong Taurus. We also have Pisces, Cancer over here. This is a soulmate or soul-felt connection. Possibly someone older. If they're not older, they're more mature, more grounded, more reliable. Tell me about that King of Pentacles. I wasn't even supposed to use that deck. Tell me about that King of Pentacles, please. Tell me about that King of Pentacles. Very practical person, resourceful, family-oriented. They like to provide. They're the provider of the family. 1, 2, 3. Lovers on the bottom. Yeah, this is a soul connection. 2 of Pentacles, Empress. Yeah, this is a deep, deep, deep connection. Husband and wife. Known each other for a long time, have a lot of memories, or it's just a spiritual connection that can't be explained in some cases. You guys have an intuitive bond that, you know, it can, it's not logical, it just is. The Ten of Cups could be a family. You could have children with this person. Tell me about that Six of Cups. You have a past with this person, or again, it's you feel like you've known them for a lifetime. 1, 2, 3. King of Swords. Oh, some of you could be mixed up between choosing a person that you have a past with and somebody that's makes more sense. It could be over a person or a better position in a job. It's like you're trying to juggle being this high-powered person within your career and this other person but I don't think it's two people. I kind of feel like it's a struggle to keep things even, to keep things balanced. You guys are either on two different wavelengths, or you don't speak the same love languages, and it's like something that's driven a wedge between the two of you, or could potentially do that. It's like you're both high-powered individuals, but if you know this person now, this could, for some of you, this could be a person that you are going to be encountering. This is a very spiritual connection. There is love here. There's happiness here. But with the Two of Pentacles shown up here in the reverse, there will be a struggle for control, a struggle for reciprocity, like keeping things in check, keeping each other in check, keeping things balanced and fair. But this is I keep doing this for him, just making more questions. It is a reliable long-term. It has the potential for long-term, or it was long-term. And unfortunately, what tore the two of you apart doesn't seem like something that couldn't have been fixed. Maybe it was a lack of trying on one person's part. They could never just get a handle on it. For others of you that are not currently with someone, this is your person. And it does look like you share a past or memories, but it could just be something that you feel intrinsically like you know this person from another time. It's like, I feel like I've known you my whole entire life. It's just that deep, profound, inexplicable, unexplainable kind of connection. This is the person you want to marry. You are the person they will want to marry. You are both wife and husband material. But this Two of Pentacles in the reverse there is the main thing. Well, the thing that came here anyway. So it's just like not ever seeming to get on the same page, or struggling in some way to match up, maybe at the right time. Tell me about that Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Anything else? Anything else? There were extremely happy memories with this person, or this person will make you very happy. Could even, like I said, could definitely be somebody that has children together. Why is that Two of Pentacles here, please? 1, 2, 3. So I prefer them to pop out, but sometimes, yeah. Somebody could have definitely invested more time into their work, into their career. They made it their priority to give you the life that they felt you deserved, or vice versa, and it took a toll on the relationship because somebody needed them to be there in a different way. That's what I feel for the most of you. There are other ways to interpret that. It could have even been you. Again, you could have put more time and energy, or struggled to prioritize where to put the most of your time and energy. Somebody struggled here to prioritize, properly prioritize, or will struggle. Their priorities or your own priorities between the two of you are not in this, they're not aligned. But that doesn't mean to say that this could not be a good relationship, because it could, or that it wasn't a good relationship because it did have its Ten of Cups moments. This is happily ever after, happiness, emotional fulfillment. At one point this had that, but at some point either somebody, didn't weigh out what they needed to, or it became a struggle. For those of you that are currently dealing with this person, it started to require a lot more and more and more work to keep a level playing field here. For some of you, I think you had a better job, a better paying job than your person. They didn't like it. That's for the feminines, I believe. I think they took it poorly. Not out of like some weird masculine need to be better, but they wanted to be able to provide you what you're giving yourself, and well, I guess it is kind of like that, but it wasn't, I don't know. I'm gonna hush because I've already gone over my time. So yeah, that's your reading for the sign of Leo. For those of you that are dealing with this person, I think that's coming to an end. You could be meeting this person in the future, but I feel like what I've already seen matches up. So I think this is the person you're already dealing with. Some of you may be divorcing this person, leaving this person, or you're afraid they're going to do that to you. For others of you that are single, this is a person of interest that you will be meeting or have met, and this gives you some insight into that person. But yeah, that's your reading for Leo for December. Don't really timestamp it, but feel free to leave a comment. If you like the video, please like, share, comment, subscribe. The more viewers I get, the more my videos get, for other people out there. So yeah, I appreciate you stopping in, and if you stayed with me this long, thank you very much. I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a wonderful day, night, and stay safe out there.